Social Security pays out more than $700 billion a year, but the system is headed for a crisis.
Americans are living longer, but they're retiring earlier and saving less. Something in that equation has to give.
With 70 million baby boomers headed towards retirement, the government is confronting a painful reality.
We as a country have made promises we can't keep.
Erskine Bowles and Alan Simpson, co-chairs of the President's Bipartisan Deficit Commission, have proposed gradually raising the retirement age, now 66, to 69, igniting a debate on Capitol Hill. Congress may argue over how to reform the system, but there's no debate we're running out of time. Under current projections, in just 27 years, Social Security won't have enough money coming in to pay out benefits to everyone who's eligible. Today, there are nearly 3 workers for each Social Security beneficiary. By 2035, there will be only 2.1.
This Social Security measure.
FDR signed the Social Security Act into law in 1935.
What he wanted to do was to establish a principle that somehow, if people had worked all their lives, we, the Americans, owed them security.
Historian Doris Kearns Goodwin says another intention was to get older workers to retire so younger workers could get jobs.
It's ironic that today we're in the opposite direction in wanting the older people to work longer so that we can afford to keep paying them.
Social Security was originally designed as insurance against poverty for people in old age. Today, Social Security is paying more and more benefits to people who are essentially middle-aged and middle or high income.
In 1950, the typical retiree didn't claim Social Security until age 68. Today, the average claiming age is 63, when typically a retiree has another 20 years to live.
Do you think we have to raise the retirement age?
Well, I think it's one of the easier things to do to make this thing work, but we shouldn't do it on current seniors.
Wisconsin Republican Paul Ryan will head the House Budget Committee in the next Congress.
After the retirement age reaches 67, what I would propose is to have the retirement age pegged to longevity.
The increases would be phased in over decades.
So for my generation, the retirement age will be 67. For my kids, 68, 69 down. It wouldn't reach 70 until the year 2103.
Nearly a century from now, the workers who'd have to worry about that have not even been born yet. A government study did raise a red flag last week, warning that raising the retirement age would hurt poorer workers the most and increase disability claims by those elderly unable to work. Katie?
And Anthony, what about people who have very physical jobs?
Yeah, sure.
And they have to retire earlier?
Most of these proposals would create a special category for them. The deficit commissions, for example, would create what they call a hardship exemption for those who are unable to work beyond 62.
And raising the retirement age alone is not going to solve all the problems with Social Security.
No, hard to believe, but that's not enough. All these proposals essentially call for more sacrifices, which likely mean a reduction in benefits for the wealthy as well as higher payroll taxes for the wealthy, too.
All right. Anthony Mason. Thanks so much, Anthony.